Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Crowdsurfing. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm Camilla.
It is the middle of the week, and this is where we take a look at crowd-funded projects.
Hump day, am I right?
Truth bombs.
Truth bombs.
Dropping those facts.
It is the middle of the week, especially for Camilla, because we are planning and getting ready for Dice Tower East. Now, Dice Tower East is still 3 weeks away, or 3.5 weeks away, but here's the thing. You have 4 days to buy tickets.
Yes. Badges are on sale until Sunday night.
And then if you don't get it then, you can get it at the door, but we're tripling the price. No,
not quite triple, but, you know.
If you have to get it at the door and you're watching this, you use a dummy.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Then we appreciate...
Just go get it right now today. Yeah. Pause this video.
Yeah, I could take the extra money.
I say, we'll appreciate your donation if you, get your badge at the door. How about that?
Don't buy a ticket. This is reverse psychology. It puts me in a weird spot. Go get your ticket.
Every day, more games get added to the library. It is cool. Speaking of cool, we got, well, you'll think this is cool for sure. Let's take a look at our sponsor, Gamefound. We look at a project of theirs each week. Here's this week's.
Ooh.
Today we're taking a look at Dawn of Madness Complete Collection. So this terrifying game, if you like unsettling or mad-inducing horror, then you're going to enjoy this. And there is a ton of content here. You can see this all-in thing. Pledge that you can get talks about the horror, and of course you can look at the miniatures here. There's a lot. So let's take a look at what you can get in this. The all-play, the all-in package, an upgrade for the original Kickstarter backer, so you can upgrade stuff or just get the core game if you've never played this before. There's a What's New section here, so we have new content, Sins of the Lost, Chasteners, a save system, the upgrade pack, which I mentioned already, and these really cool-looking dice, along with an audio narrative. So there is 8 storylines in this game that you can go through, each with a ton of text. It says it's streamlined, but still, if you like that horror, look at this. Greed is coming for you. And the Sin Track and Final Doom. So all of this on Gamefound right now. Dawn of Madness. Whether you're new or it's the first time that you've played a game like this, you'll want to check it out. What makes it unique? By horror lovers, for horror lovers. That's Dawn of Madness. Check it out.
So spooky.
All right, well, we're going to jump to a very different thing. We're going to take a look at some projects, as we always do on Kickstarter, Gamefound, and something today that's not on either. But
what? Did you send it to me?
Yeah. You just probably didn't notice it was on.
Is it in Alta Vista?
Is it Indiegogo?
I don't remember what it was.
So much suspense.
It was
GeoCities?
PK up or whatever.
PK up.
Anyway, let's take a look at the first project here. Rewild South America. So this is a card-driven engine building board game. There already is a Rewild, isn't there? Or am I going crazy?
That was wild. This is the follow-up.
You thought this was wild.
Wait till you see
Rewild. And then we rewild it. Maybe they've just been talking about this for a while.
I don't know.
It just has a title. That title, I think, just sounds familiar.
It does,
actually.
yeah. It has
I think
that
that's
kind
what
of,
it is.
Not generic title, but like just a generic kind of title.
I must have seen this at a convention then.
It looks really cool. Maybe he's done it before. Maybe that's what it is.
Wild Duo.
Wild Duo.
Well, we just played that. Those are abstract games.
Yeah.
Zoo Tycoon. So much heavier.
This person really likes animals, huh? Endangered species, the world map, wildlife puzzles.
I didn't like Pachinko here, and Zoo Tycoon I didn't
Mike really
care
likes
for.
that game, though, right?
Okay.
That's the one Mike likes?
This one?
Yeah? With the circles? No, maybe that's not it.
No, you're like just making...
Pachacuna.
Anyway, but the Wild Duo is a pretty good product.
They have good production values, I think. This looks really cool.
Sure.
It does.
The game looks neat. I like the look. I like the vibe going on. The putting the carts next to each other kind of gave me a feel of that. Kind of gave me a feel of that, like the Animals Have Reclaimed the Planet game. The Monkeys, what's that game called? Yeah, After Us.
After Us, okay.
It kind of gave me a little After Us vibe a little bit, but the whole thing looks like a great production. 3D trees. Never seen that?
That the meeple fits on top of, though. Did you see that?
Anything fits on top of a 3D tree.
No. It's like has a spot for them on there so that they go on top. Like that token specifically goes in the tree.
Oh, then that's different. I apologize for what I said.
You should take back your negativity, sir.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Birdies. That's cute. That's
super cute, right?
So there's just a slot in the bottom?
Hey.
No. It's actually cut out of the cardboard. It fits down on top of the cardboard.
That's actually cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Square. They cut a piece out of it. Okay.
I found the thing again.
Why are you defending? You're like, yeah, they know what they're doing. I wasn't attacking anybody.
I don't know, but it made me drop my chair. No,
that is a cool visual look.
It is, yeah, and I really like too that we're seeing this trend of just making deluxe games. You know, they're like, this is what it is. It's not deluxe. It just is the game. You know, we saw the same thing with Flock Together, right? Where it was like all the bits are wooden.
We made it one way.
Right,
it looks pretty good. We made some nice fancy bits.
Right. You're not going to miss out if you don't get this deluxe upgrade, or, you know, if we get more out of you, we'll do. It's like, nope, this is just how we want and how we envision our game to be. Here's the best it can be. This part kind of confused me here.
Yeah, it confuses me too. Look at that thing's face. Go back up, Tom. What's wrong with it? It's been lying to the other dolphins.
But this is a different game.
It is a different game that you can get, but it also doesn't tell you anything about the game. It's just like, oh, and here's this other little standalone game that you can get also.
I'm telling you, I am a little... Man, his artwork is almost anime. I'm a little nervous because the Zoo Tycoon rulebook was so bad. It was almost unfathomable from that rulebook. Now, they made a new one and everything, and I never got around to it. It was just a super heavy game.
Sure.
So. But the abstract one, I don't know where I'm standing on this. We'll have to wait and see.
This is definitely I'm excited, but I'm waiting and going to see, you know.
Yeah.
All right, then we jump to Cat Rescue 2nd Edition. Let's save some more cats.
I haven't seen... Did you ever see the first edition of this?
I don't remember.
Either one of you?
No.
Yes.
It's from Dead Alive Games, right? Yeah.
You had to move them off the board somehow?
Yeah, I think you push the row. You introduce a new one, and then you push the row, and if you line them up, then the middle one, you get 3 in a row, and the middle one flips over.
To become adoptable.
Yeah, and then if you push it outside the grid, you score it. It sounds like an app, honestly. It sounds like a kind of cute little app.
Yeah.
What's it called now? It's Cat Rescue?
Yeah, something like that. You should Google this in front of everybody.
Yes.
No, the first one.
Good luck.
I didn't like it.
Oh.
I gave it a 5.
But I do think it's interesting that, like you said, it seems like it would be an app. Even watching them move the 3 cards. Just 3 cards, so 1 per finger. But it just seems like that upkeep would be better handled in the app.
It's one of those kind of games that, why is it multiplayer? If I turn over a card and we all talk about where to place it, it's not really, you know what I mean? It's a puzzle. We're just all working on it together.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not cooperative, though. You're doing your own thing.
I thought you were doing...
Everybody's working against each other, I'm guessing.
I don't remember on this one, honestly.
I wasn't impressed with it.
I was looking at it more as a solo thing, so yeah, I was...
Yes, right. This, though...
This is insane.
What?
The Long Hours Till Dawn. This is an electronic survival horror zombie board game made in 1987. Not really, but...
This is the coolest thing, man.
I thought you guys would like this.
This is just amazing. Kudos to this guy.
This is the coolest thing that I want to see and try out, but I don't think I actually want. You know, to have like a little light flash up and then it's here and you have to like, you know, click on this button and then turn this dial to show that you're moving 2 rooms up to turn it this way. You know what I mean? Like,
I've never played this, but I feel like I have.
Okay,
like I feel like I've seen this somewhere and I'm like, wow, I have such nostalgia for this game I never played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has that feel.
Everything about this screams nostalgia, even though I've never seen anything like it.
And it's technology, you know what I mean? It's not like 1980s technology, you know? I mean, but yeah, it does seem like the interface. Now, if you made this, it would be touchscreen, right? But now it's like, no, these dials that you're pushing up and pushing down and moving around. And
I also love that it looks like it's based on a movie that does not exist.
Yeah.
This absolutely looks like a found thing from the 80s.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, remember? Wait till the rise of dawn or whatever. It's like, no, that's not a thing. This is...
Yeah. How much is it?
It's got to be pricey,
he's thinking
right?
about it.
66.
Oh,
it's such a funky thing. Again, it's this...
big.
It's full of LEDs. It's this electronic thing that talks to you and you interact with it with the little buttons. Just amazing. So neat. This guy's done 50 Kickstarter projects, by the way. That's cool, man. I mean... Yeah, this is so unique.
How big is it? Did you see that anywhere?
I think it wouldn't fit in here.
I'm just curious. Yeah, it's like, hopefully it's big enough to be legible.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Whisker Wars. Cute critters, cutthroat combat. Not cozy.
No. Like,
That'd be a
don't
good
be
tagline.
fooled by our look. Yeah, this was interesting. I thought it was cute. I like the artwork and stuff. It just looked a little bit too much card battler for my personal tastes.
I like the art, but I do not like the graphic design.
And I don't like the puns. They're pretty bad.
Porky Pikeman.
Yeah, heralds.
Oh.
Oof.
Can you imagine you're like a wombat and they're like, you need to be a medic, and they're like, I would like to be a herald. Are you a hare?
Oh.
No.
Get out.
No.
Wombats go for combats.
Battering
Sledgehog.
rams.
Ooh. All right. No, I wasn't feeling this one. And normally I like card combat games.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know what it is about it. The graphic design was part of it. The puns was part of it. The whole thing didn't really
Yeah, like the symbols.
didn't grab me.
The symbols are clearly drawn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be. They should be clear symbols that I instantly know. It just feels. This feels like I'm looking at a prototype. Great art,
Okay, yeah.
but the rest of it's a prototype. It almost looks like someone hand wrote the words on the top, and on the bottom, they put them in with text. You know, that's like a bad text combo.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Nah.
Trapping turtle. Ooh.
Berserker.
Oh.
But I'm a peaceful bear.
Some of them just don't work, like Condor, Oracle. Condorical?
I think it's just supposed to like flow. Is that why they're? Yeah.
All right. Would you like to play a dino trick-taking puzzle game?
I would if it's made with these pieces
These
that look like
tiles
they're
are
out
nice.
of traditional. What is that?
Bakelite.
It's
I was gonna
Bakelite.
say-
Bakelite is the stuff, but that game. What's the? Why
I
am
was
I
gonna say
blanking
Hanabi.
on
Are you
this?
thinking like
There's so many
mahjong?
of these games. I
Well,
don't know
like
what
the traditional Asian game
Like
that you play with
mahjong?
these.
Oh, mahjong.
Mahjong.
Yeah.
Thank you. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Mahjong. They look like mahjong pieces. Yeah.
That's great.
They look great. I
They're really
agree.
pretty.
And I like the neoprene boards. You play a trick-taking game with these things, but then you take the tiles and arrange them in front of you on this, play mat you've got. And I guess positional stuff matters on there.
Right.
Looks cute. I love the design on the tiles. I like the whole
Super
thing.
clean. The tiles are really
Well,
clean.
this is Tangerine Games, so
They
have
also
done...
did nestlings.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I didn't play Peaks.
Nestlings is not
And
good.
you did
but
not
I'll
have that,
tell
yeah.
you what, though. Whoops. I
The
hate
production.
that this keeps happening.
Oh.
Did you just close the window?
It's going to take me a while to get used to it. No, Nestlings was an amazing production,
Yeah.
and there was no game at all almost.
Okay, well that bodes well for this because it's a trick-taking game, meaning there's already no game
And
anyway.
a placement. Yeah, and tile placement, right?
But the
In
production,
your face, Alicia.
I don't know.
Trick-taking people, the world unite. No, I really have a soft spot, like you said, for any trick-taking or ladder climbing game that lets me use tiles over cards.
Yes.
There's just something really cool to lay them down. You take that whole row and go, boom.
It's just
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
They're awesome.
That just
You
feels
can
good.
slam them down, talk trash.
I think it looks great. All right, Atlas, explore the world. Complex choices. Global venture. One journey. None of those sentences go together, but still.
This was, I'm a real fan of travel games, and this one, I had a hard time kind of figuring out exactly what it was going to be, because at times I was like, oh, nice, it's a lighter game, kind of reminds me of like Trekking the World, or that other one that I like with the airplane cards and Wanderlust. Yeah, something like that. It kind of reminds me of that one as well. But then other times I was like, no, this seems a lot deeper with your choices, So it's
kind of what they were putting forward.
Right. It's like, no, it's a short game. It's going to be 45 minutes to an hour, but it's going to be more complex
Thinky.
and thinky. And
Yeah.
if so, I'm really intrigued by that. If you can somehow give a deeper experience in that same amount of 45-minute to 60-minute playtime, then this sounds like it's right up my alley. It's very intriguing to me.
Well, the game looks like this, but isn't Ticket to Ride or isn't one of those games, and it's in fact full of hard choices and more, again, a little more deep strategy. And
Station Fall. They were next to us at Essen 2
yeah.
Yes, they were, yep.
This is Ion.
Right. It's not doing tremendously well.
I was surprised by that. I don't know if it's the cover. I like the cover, but I wonder if it's not grabbing.
I think it might be the board.
Yeah,
the covers I think are pretty cool. The board looks it's Earth.
I think the pastel thing maybe suggests a lighter game.
I think so.
Those two things are slightly at odds. You know, a thinky game that's deep in choices doesn't usually go for pastel colors. I don't know why, but it doesn't. I like that combination.
Yeah.
All right. Yinzi Ming. This one is not funding. It still needs, it's only 52%, but it has 183 backers.
Have you played the original? Because this is a remake.
No, because it's from Spielworks, and I find their games to be not my taste. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just not what I really enjoy in games.
Well, they're saying that this is the remake based off feedback. So they streamlined the rules. They cleaned a couple things up, kind of almost a second edition or a reworking on the game that came out.
But that's better than saying we ignored the feedback. Here's the second edition.
Well, I mean, it's like if you're going to reprint, you know, or maybe the reprint didn't take off. You know, I'd rather them do that rather than just hard reprinting, actually take the time. But I hadn't played the original.
Well, what is this company here? Fantasy Games.
Yeah, you never heard of Fantasy Games? Fantasy Flight?
No. I'm sure that'd
be great if they called it Fantasy Light Games.
Fantasy Light Game.
You say it quickly enough. Fantasy Light?
I'm like,
Fantasy Light.
Yeah.
FLGs. Yeah, I don't know much about that because Spielworks is not loved on the Kickstarter because I think they have like a project that's super late.
Okay.
Oh, but they've moved.
No, these people are doing it, so I don't know. I don't know if it will fund or not. We'll find out. Or we won't, because we'll probably never look again. Mimic Mansion. You guys did not see this one.
I did not, no.
But it was pointed out to me that I had missed it. When I first saw it, I kind of scrolled by because I thought it was only in Chinese. But it's not.
Is it a trick-taking game? Wait.
It's a deck building.
Okay, that was going to be my next guess.
All right.
So
it's kind of
you're
cute.
In a mansion. There's intruders who are stealing your treasure. So you decide to hide monsters known as mimics throughout the rooms to surprise people. I'm like, hey, I don't want people coming in anymore, so I'm just going to put this bottle, but when you touch it, it
becomes a monster,
I love
right?
It. Yes.
But at the same time, you're putting stuff in your mansion. You're sending people to steal stuff from other mansions because you're a huge hypocrite.
What a hypocrite. Stone mansions and all that.
It looks pretty cool.
Is that a toilet disguised
as a toilet mummy?
So it's a monster disguised as a toilet.
The worst thing to sit down.
Oh my god!
You lead a fly trap, you're dead.
That's cute artwork, man. I like that.
It's cute art. Just the little bit we saw the cards there. I didn't love the look of them. It looked like you were talking about a little prototypey. On the cards. I'd have to go back and look at them. I really like this artwork, though. But I really like the artwork.
I like that there's a vampire in the piano.
It's super cute.
My favorite is the spider candelabra there. That's pretty funny.
Frying pan is hilarious. Oh. That's amazing.
Yeah, let me see the cards here.
Let me see if I can find it. It's hard to see.
It was like right there. There was just one like that, real passing.
Oh, it looks very much like a game from... It's from Taiwan.
Yeah, I think it matches the simplicity of those illustrations okay for me. This is a cute game. Yeah. I would give this a try. I do wonder if it's not language independent, though, because it does seem to have some text.
But the cards are in... Oh, okay. No, they're in Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe there'll be multiple cards. We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Inish Big Box. So Inish is... one of the 3 in a trilogy, which I think now is owned by... Is it? No.
Is it still a trilogy? Are we still calling it that?
I guess so, but Kemet and Inish are owned by Matago.
Yes, and Cyclades
is owned by Studio H.
Right.
Okay. So
and they don't even have the same designers.
No, they were just kind of a... They were kind of a spiritual trilogy. 3 big games about conquest in different places of the world.
When I first played Inish, I was not a huge fan of it. I watched them play it live in the Spring Spectacular. Joey and a couple other people played. And that cemented me not ever wanting to play it again because I'm just not a fan of the whole, I'm about to win, stop me. Then he stops me and says, I'm about to win, stop me. And I know that's a thing in chess, but I'm not interested in a board game. That being said, this is gorgeous. And we'll
this
get a
image
copy put
right
in
here,
Dice Tower
I mean, that
Library.
image right there, I thought was really stunning looking. The whole thing
It
always
almost
looked
has
good.
that skeleton looks, well, he has 2 horns, but looks really similar to the one from Adventure Time. The main bad guy from Adventure Time looks a lot like that
Time.
I don't
skeleton.
know
It
who
looks
that
kinda
is because I don't
nostalgic
watch
to me.
children's cartoons, but
Adventure Time is a wonderful. It's for adults, really. Now let me explain more to you.
what have I done? The whole thing looks really stunning. This is, of course, going to be the big box with expansions. I think there's even the latest expansion is in here then. And yeah, it's a good-looking game. If you already like the game and you want like a really nice, classy edition, this might be it. Or if you don't have it, obviously, this is the way to go.
This looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely get this and put it in the Dice Tower Library, so. And whenever it comes out. When is it coming?
I like how those pieces fit together.
November? That's not bad.
Oh, wow.
It must be done or done-ish.
Well, I guess because this is just
it's gonna
everything
be
in one box,
Allison.
right?
A box? No, I think it has everything in it.
That's what
right?
I'm saying. It's just one box with everything in it. It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah,
a
I
new
think so.
content. They're
I
just
think so.
more.
I
updating.
think there's
so nice.
a new expansion.
Yeah, that Nemeth expansion is, I think, new.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like including this most recent one. Okay.
That's cool. It looks good.
Yeah.
For those of you who did not know, penguins can't fly, so they fall.
This was the most amusing video of the week. I did enjoy it. I even made Chris watch it. It was the puns
Wait,
really.
this is from the creators of Who Murdered the Turtle?
I know. I will say.
apologize. I need to know
yes.
about that game.
I am
I know.
very disappointed on your crowdfunding picks that we did not see that one. That was most upsetting.
I did miss Who Murdered the Turtle.
Missed out.
This looks pretty silly and cute,
Yeah.
but it has a very uniform look.
What am I looking at?
That's a penguin farting.
Shuffle the Wild Winds. What? I'm
It's
gonna
a
start
little-
saying that
Look
now.
at
My
that.
daughter's like, Dad. I'll be like, excuse me, I'm
I
shuffling
was
the Wild
shuffling
Winds.
the wild winds.
Oh my goodness.
love
You're
it, yeah.
trying to be the last one to fall.
Yeah, you want to fall the slowest, which means you flew the best. You know, because
Yeah.
that way because the orcas, there's 3 orcas, so they'll eat 3 of you. So you want to be the 4th penguin,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
however
right,
many.
that's what it is.
So you want to be the last. You know, it's one of those like I don't have to run the fastest. I just have to not be the slowest to get caught by the bear.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
kind of.
right.
This
kind
is
of
there was
thinking.
an old James Ernest game called Falling, where everybody was falling out of an airplane, and you're all going to die. So your goal was just to be not the first to die.
to live the
To
longest.
live
yeah.
the longest. So you're like pushing other people down
Yeah.
farther.
Oh my gosh.
This looks pretty cute.
It cracked me up. This one is
Robo Rescue Origins.
This is very interesting. Have we seen a project like this yet where you pretty much get the game for free because it's just trying to drive, from what I understand, drive hype for the next game that they're launching soon?
Right, which is interesting. This is like a small
Follow
game.
the drug pattern, yes.
This is a small game that is really just they'll give it to you for free for shipping to prime the pump
Yeah.
for Robo whatever is the next one, like the bigger game.
Right, and it's already, you can already see that it's like launching soon. It's in their projects if you click on the company even. Like you can see it's there, it's ready to launch,
Yeah, but you're not
launching
getting
soon.
this till December.
So but again, I think it's just to drive hype to get you on the into this world, if you will, the artwork. You know, have it on your radar. I just thought that was really interesting.
I think that's a cool idea. I like the whole thing about
Yeah.
it. I just don't think you should kickstart it then. You're not raising money. This is a promotion.
I guess yeah.
Yeah.
But you still had to production cost for that. But I mean, they're
Well, yeah, but they're not charging
goal
it
was
to
like
me, so they're not.
500.
They're not
Yeah.
really raising money.
Right. It is more about just.
Yes.
What else
It's
have they
They're
done?
selling it for
advertising.
$8 or
Yeah.
$2 or whatever. Yeah, so
Oh,
It's
these guys
ad-
are from Fort Lauderdale.
that's why do you think I'm being so nice?
Yeah, it's like it's advertising with another product.
Oh,
You know.
no, it's within reach, man. Anyway, they're great and I love them. No, I agree that this looks cool. And the gameplay with the little cards, you play into 4 piles and kind of build the best robot. Then you score that one, discard the others, and do it again. You kind of play
Right.
4 rounds or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good, I think.
That was interesting. Yeah.
You like robot games anyway. I know that's a theme that you enjoy, so I figured you would be interested in this one. And you're cheap as all get out, so it's free too. There's that.
Yeah.
This would explain.
She
no,
said, yeah,
When I
so
looked
I'm
through
in the
this, I was
clear.
like, I kind of glanced through it. I'm like, why is there so many backers and so little money? That would explain it.
Yeah. 'Cause no, I think it's only $1
It's
Yeah.
just not. This. I don't think Kickstarter should be used for this.
for like advertising. Like
Yeah, because
for
they're not raising money. 17,000 is not raising money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How would you have them do it? Like if they were charging $5. Oh, okay, yeah. Because
I guess the thing is that where's that breaking point? $5, good enough.
If it was a print and play, would that be okay? And then
I don't know.
Ship it with
they're not
the other
charging money. That's the thing. If they were charging money and they said more is coming later, but they're literally giving it to you for free plus shipping.
Yeah, to get you excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
it's a tactic for sure. I'm not saying it's not a tactic.
Yeah.
But if it works, they're not. I don't think they're not scamming anybody yet. Anyway,
and also,
I don't think it's wrong. I don't think
it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing to do.
I think it's unique and new. I'm definitely not against it. I think it's very unique and new, and it's if nothing else, because they are a new company. If this product comes before their next Kickstarter, then I get to see. I got this game. I liked the card quality. No, I didn't. But I'm saying, like, if it comes in December, if the next one doesn't launch until, let's say, February,
that's the thing. You got to be able to see this
because then it's giving you a taste of a new company. So you're not backing blind on their next project.
I will call foul if they launch before December, though.
I agree. We gotta see this before.
At that point, people go, "Well, I already paid $3. I guess I got to get the whole thing."
Right.
That's manipulation.
Right. I feel like yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ascendia, Seasons of Thargos.
Ascendia? It must be about ascending something.
Is this a video game?
No,
I don't know. I don't think so. I thought it was.
Well, only reason because they said the board game.
Oh, then maybe.
Ascendia, Seasons of Thargos.
Joey, is this a video game?
I haven't heard of it.
He says no, it's not, you idiot.
That's
what
he said.
100% no.
He said 100% no.
That's what he said. I hate the title, but the game looks pretty interesting.
That guy's name cannot be Jim Gamer.
No.
This is what Tom is concerned about right now.
I'm a little worried in this one that the miniatures are not necessary. They look really cool, but they're taking up a good chunk of those tiles.
Mike Heller's about to jump through that screen and slap you.
There is a standee version,
not
though,
necessary.
right? I saw standees at some point. So I'm pretty sure there's a standee version. I mean, there's a standee right there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's using...
Oh, it's the little bitey ones.
This looks cool. I like the look of it. It sounds like an interesting enough game. I like the dice. It just sounds a bit generic also.
I do like the artwork a ton.
This is one at a con I would definitely stop by and be like, yeah, sure, show me a couple.
That's it.
But it feels too generic on a Kickstarter to have me jump in. At a con, I would absolutely sit down and play this game.
Yeah, I would look at it for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe I will.
Look at it?
Yeah, I'm actually getting more interested the more I'm looking at this. It looks nice and light, actually.
It did seem more simple, yeah.
But it's light in two ways. It's simple and light, but it's also a lit game and not everything and it's shrouded in darkness.
That's it. It's bright. It's a bright world.
And if you saw the cards, they looked really simplistic, and I mean that as a compliment, just a couple symbols on it. Yeah, I definitely would like to play this.
Yeah.
Oh, apply for lordship. Would you like to be a lord?
I mean, how much paperwork is that going to take? I'll apply, but I don't want to have to fill out a lot of paperwork.
I know, there's 6 forms. I'm out.
You're like, I will express my interest.
Yeah, how much also? That. You know what I mean? What's the application fee?
Well, it's $25 just to get in the door.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Maglev Maps. So Maglev Metro, very popular game. I'm hesitant to say very popular, but a popular game from Bezier Games.
It is well supported.
No kidding. It came with 2 maps.
Is that a levitation joke?
No.
Yes.
Does this have levitation in it? I don't know the game.
Yes.
Magnetic levitation. Maglev.
So anyway, 2 maps came with it, and I got the map pack.
Yeah.
The first map pack, which came with 4 more, but they add a lot of rules. I haven't played them all yet. I think I only played 2 of them. But now there's a second volume coming and 6 more expansions. Also upgraded passengers.
So many.
Now they're double-sided silk screened.
I do like that.
Yeah, because the original version of this game, I had to paint the gold ones yellow.
Because they were what? Wait, what?
Why? Because there was yellow that it was too close to?
The gold and copper were almost indistinguishable, especially with any kind of light fluctuation. And the gold on the icons and stuff was almost yellow.
Oh,
so
I see.
it was just confusing people
just
all the time.
That is how I like my my jewelry to be indistinguishable between gold and...
one of my kids paint the maples. What are you talking about? I didn't.
Well, you said I painted them, so I got excited.
Well, you
I was like,
lied.
Tom, I want to know how you did it.
Well, first of all, I can paint meeples a solid color. That's not that hard.
But you didn't. So how do we know?
I want to see you try.
We're going to need a video on this.
I took them and
You painted a miniature once. I was there. I remember. It was like a rainbow-colored miniature he painted. Remember? We were at where were we? Origin.
I painted more than you both think, actually.
Really?
Like houses and stuff?
Are there pictures?
Or like minis?
Do you have the
Where do
minis
you think
still?
all the paints that Holly's using are coming from?
The store.
From the
Your bank
manufacturer.
account.
What are you talking about?
The rudeness here is unbelievable.
I saw that miniature, sir, and if it was up to me, you wouldn't ever paint again. No offense.
Taken.
He used every color that they put in front of him, too.
He's like, oh, that's
He's
pretty.
like, heck yeah.
I would rather play this any day over Age of Steam. That's an interesting quote.
All right. How do you feel about Age of Steam, though?
I used to like a lot more, but this is very... One thing, okay, let's talk about the game. The game is really fun because you're moving your trains around along this little subway that you're building. And the subway tiles are all clear, so you put them on top of each other and you can see them all go. That's pretty neat.
Okay.
And then you can upgrade. You have these little robots that you're moving around on boards to upgrade how fast your train can go. But I'm like, oh, I need to move them down here, fit more passengers on my train, or how many tracks I can build. You only have so many robots, so you move them around.
Okay.
So when you get more robots, you can add more upgrades, but you can also send them off your board to scoring areas too. And then you're just picking up passengers and taking them to the right spot. It's not that heavy of a game. I really
it sounded
like it.
It sounded mathy the way you were describing it. But
Well,
okay.
I'm trying to see.
I like how different those maps look.
Ooh, is that Monorail's one new, or is that... No, I played the Mex one, I think.
Mechs?
Mm-hmm.
Like Tex. Oh.
Mechs, like...
Mechs?
Yeah, like mechanical suits.
I like that.
Mechs versus minis.
I like that.
See that board? You basically fill things up on the board.
The one with the cookies?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I do like cookies.
Okay. Well, there's also a ghost train and a steam
Oh, is that
pledge
lava?
level.
Is that lava?
Anyway, it's a cool game.
It's a game for children.
This is a lot of stuff though in this. It's almost, to me, it's almost overwhelming for people. I mean, it's making 100,000, but it's like if you haven't played Maglev, I'd be like, whoa.
Just play the base game first.
And
Yeah,
they
the base
don't
game comes
try
with 2
to,
maps.
and they don't try to get you in either. I feel like this is not a here's a way to get into Maglev Metro. I mean, it's out of like if you like it, here's some more maps. They are very clear about that.
I agree.
That's fair. Sniper Elite, Operation Kraken, and Reprint. Sniper Elite is one of those games that boggles my mind that it is not bigger. I mean, 158,000, nothing to scoff at, but this is a fantastic one versus many hidden movement game.
Yeah.
I really like it.
And this is based on a video game, by the way. Joey just confirmed.
Thank you. I did not know this. I think the fact that it is based on a video game might hurt it a little bit as a board game, because the board game is just like, I have no interest in playing the video game at all, but the board game is super fun.
I think it might be. It's too much of a board game for the fact that it's a video game, if that makes any sense.
I think so too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is like a well researched and well put together board game that happens to use a video game license.
Right.
Yeah.
And that might hurt it.
I think so, because there's definitely been ones that I've played that I'm like, that made me interested in the video game, and I've gone and sought out the video game and then enjoyed it. You know, I mean, Divinity Original Sin is that way, and that was just my entry level or my entry point for that was the board game, because I'm more of a board gamer. This one, I think, had the opposite effect. I really enjoyed my play, but I had no interest in seeking out the video game.
Right.
I was like, I'm good with the board game, you know, and I did enjoy it. I think new maps to play on, new missions, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I think it's really interesting and good.
What dog?
And it comes the dog. It's a good boy.
Oh,
look at the good boy.
It's a good boy miniature. Okay.
He likes his ears scratched. And
there's new maps and stuff like this. So if you've never played it, here's a chance to get in. If you have, there's some new maps. The one I was looking up here, it looks like there's 3 ships next to each other that you're going from ship to ship. That looks kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I like this stuff a lot.
Nice.
We played this live, didn't we?
It looks like Roman bones,
actually.
Yeah.
Or rum and bones, whichever one.
All right, Trench War. Here's a single-player war-style game. The box cover is not necessarily selling it, but I like that. That's like a very candid picture of soldiers in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to play a solo game and you want to play it without the other person destroying you, here you have a chance to learn it on your own.
And it's Compass
From
Games.
Compass Games.
Yep.
I put it on here because it's solo, and I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wait, we already did Whisker
Yep,
Wars.
been there, done
Not
that.
talking about
Turn
that.
me out for a second, Joey. Where is that? Tournament art.
Oh my!
No, not yet, Joey. He's not ready.
Ah, what is that?
Okay, we're on now. All right, Tournament Arc. Build your own sports anime with friends. Sports anime seems becoming a more... I would never have thought this would be like a trend that people would watch.
This is a trend, huh?
Anime?
My kids watch an anime about tennis players. They're also
Wait.
using like superpowers as they go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like
just,
Mario Tennis.
like, do you do anything?
No, you're watching. What do
You're
you
just
mean?
watching.
You're assuming I've watched more than 5 minutes of it.
Is Mario in
There's
it,
a lot
Tom?
of yelling and there's some crying, and I just...
So it's like Pokemon,
I
the
really,
movie,
I
but
just know it's about tennis.
like about real sports, not about dragon fighting.
It's a real sport. Tennis is a real sport, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
good.
it's anime characters
I will
playing
say this
tennis.
feels
I'm good.
unique.
You know, doping, probably.
I actually like the anime art on this one because it leans into things that are not the anime I don't like, if that makes sense.
Right. It's like relatable, I think, you
People
know.
are, they're bubbly. The animation looks like somewhere between anime and Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
People are a little like rounded.
Yes.
They're a little more rounded. They're kind of bubbly, chunky.
Yeah. This was interesting because you're
Couldn't
assembling these
tennis.
different players, but then you don't know what sport they're competing in
Yeah.
till halfway in the game. And it's like, oh, look, it's basketball. And it's like, oh, wait, hold on, maybe my stats are off. You know, and you have the rest of that game to kind of fine tune them. I thought that was an interesting twist. But it definitely seems like light, kind of silly play.
I like the look
Yeah.
a lot. I don't know if I would like the game. It seems real random.
I like this donut, but
Just
it's
a
lost
donut,
in translation.
Huh? Yeah. I like the look a lot. I just wonder again if the game I would like, but I would certainly try it, and I would certainly look through the cards and check it out.
All right, then we have Nexus card game.
This is one of your best quotes, I think.
What I don't
I
even
don't
know
know.
what it
This one made me
said.
really happy.
Oh, where is
So Nexus is a 1v1 game where you are mixing up two factions
Pirates and donkeys?
together and then fighting the opponent. What I say? What
see?
fascinates me is how much fun the game is to play an asymmetrical balanced two-player game that is fresh,
Fascinating.
fast, and exciting is something I'm going to do over and over again.
I just love that it's fascinating. The game is fun. You're like, I'm fascinated by this idea of a game being fun.
You know what, though? I actually spent time writing
Did
that
you?
quote out. So
I'm
Did you?
I'm definitely giving you a compliment.
Did you use a thesaurus?
You probably should have used ChatGPT.
no, I
That
just
wasn't around yet.
Oh man.
anyhow. No kidding. I really like this game. When we played it live, I was ready. We played it a couple times off camera, and then we played it on camera, and I was ready to play it again because it did the back and forth really well. The one I liked the best, and I forget which one, I think it was Spies, was sticking cards in my opponent's deck that when they came up, they kind of explode.
Ooh.
I really like that
Oh,
sort
I
of
would have
thing.
exploded with anger.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would've-
This is not a EU game, is it?
Don't mess with my deck.
Can you get like
Deck.
Spies? Because you shuffle two decks together, right?
Yeah.
Could you like buy 2 copies of this and have it be Spies and Spies?
No,
Just
Oh,
nuke the opponent.
but it also felt very balanced. I didn't see all 16 because they were keeping some of them hidden at the time. I remember playing dragons. You're like, how am I ever going to beat a dragon? But it was pretty cool, balanced. I liked it a lot.
This looks
That's cool.
fantastic. I love the artwork. I like the idea. I like 2-player trading card game-esque games. Yeah, I'm feeling this one. It does. The thing pulling it down for me a little bit is the not generic nature, but sort of that feeling of like pirates and dragons and elves and like that's a little played out, honestly. You know, we've seen that a lot. Take 2 and smash them up. But I like the look, and I do like that
I
kind
agree
of
on
game.
that, but at least it does help me know what the deck does.
It does
Like
pirate
if you-
things.
I know if you have ninjas, I can kind of guess what the deck is going to do, as opposed to this is the wash sponge.
I know
And
what they do.
I wish that it.
They swish.
I don't know. The look
Have really
doesn't grab
gritty-
me on it either. I think it's.
You don't
the
like the
look.
artwork?
I think it's fine.
In
It just
person,
kind
it
of looks
looks
like
really good.
does it?
It
Okay.
looks like they escaped from Ascendia.
Wow, that's a new game, Escape from Ascendia. Anyway, this is Nexus. And who's the publisher on this one again? This
I
was
think it's Red Zen, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Redzen.
And they did, what else have they done?
They
know.
did.
Scarface, right.
That's right, yes. I couldn't think
This is way lighter than Scarface. Scarface had a gazillion things going on. This is the very opposite. This was really streamlined.
And I like the production in Scarface a lot. I haven't played the game, but I've seen it, and it's a good production. Seen it.
Didn't they?
Okay, I guess, all right. And, that's all of our games, I think.
All right.
So we are now going to jump to Mr. Mark.
Streed?
This Dice Tower Spotlight is brought to you by Regulus, High Fantasy Arena Sports. Pick a team of fantasy characters and show your dominance in the arena. Welcome to Regulus, a world where the gods have retired, the dragons have dozed off, and the Dark Lords are now teaching yoga. With no more quests to conquer, adventurers have turned their eyes to the arena, a dazzling stage of strategy, power, and glory. Here, teams of 3 battle for fame and fortune, using brutal attacks, cunning spells, and explosive combos that would make any bard write an epic lyrical verse. Whether you're swinging dwarven hammers, channeling ancient vampire magic, or pulling off trick shots behind a barricade, every move matters. Positioning, timing, and a bit of chaos from your initiative deck determines the outcome. Push enemies into traps, pull them from glory, score points by standing your ground in the Regulus zone, or simply knocking your rivals flat. This isn't just a fight, it's a spectacle, and in Regulus, style points may just be as important as the win itself. So gather your team, build your loadout, and step into the arena. Regulus, because when the worlds stop ending, it's game time. For more information, please check out the campaign over on Gamefound.
So this next thing is one that was not on either Gamefound or Kickstarter. This has been all over my Facebook feed for weeks.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Their advertising push is insane.
Yes.
This is the original pickup.
So I have mixed feelings about this because on one hand, the idea of picking up cards, if you've ever tried to pick up a card on a flat table, it's very
Right,
annoying.
exactly.
So you fix it by getting a play mat.
I agree. And then on the other hand, this is sorcery.
But still, like if your nails are long, it's
You're
really
gonna
hard
wreck
to
it.
pick them up too.
Yeah, how is it working? How is it picking up the card behind the card?
I don't
think it
know.
goes into it. It's the surface tension between the two cards or something
That's
like
what
that.
they're saying, yes.
But
So they got one, and then the rest get picked up. I have seen the guy later on. I saw this guy do a different video, where he shows that it isn't sorcery, as I originally suspected. It just has the duck, 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 and then he holds it, and in like 2 or 3 seconds, the rest will fall.
so you have to do it really quick to hold that tension.
Yeah.
Then,
So it's like you press them and kind of quickly transfer it to your hand.
or pick up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
But
3.
I love this idea. I'm kind of silly tempted by this. I'm serious.
He's going to have to have it at a con where I walk by and show me, and then I'd be like, impulse buy.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know, is it a video trick?
This is
No,
really cool.
I don't think so. I think this is legit.
Joey says it's not magic, so I checked with him.
I've got one.
Wait,
does it work? What? You got one where?
It's like a plunger.
wait, you have one?
Well, it's for a magic trick, but it picks up a card the same way.
And it does?
Oh,
Is
you
it
don't
works?
have like this one.
It's
You
a
have one for magic.
plunger, but it picks up cards.
Yeah,
How
but
do
this
you release
releases it. This
How do
one
you
also
release
has a
it?
release, though.
You squeeze it.
Can you bring in
You
your
squeeze
thing?
to
Yeah.
release.
All right,
Can
all
you
right.
bring it in yesterday
Stay
so we have
tuned.
it today?
Part 2.
Great.
I need you to pause and run home.
I really am
Your wife's
excited
busy right now.
to check this out.
All right.
I would buy here's what I would do though. I would have like a set of these on the side of my table, and the first time anybody goes to pick up a card from a corner,
You chuck it at them.
I'm like, here you go.
Do you want that and you pick it up for them?
So when that
Yeah.
person's sitting there, they're going,
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
can't-
you know
I
what?
can't. And you want to
like
reach up
done.
and
That
smack
happens
them.
once.
I do
Just slide
foresee
it off
though.
the table, you cretin.
Here's your own pickup.
But you know those people that move your pieces for you if you're like just a hair too slow? You're like, all right, and that's 3 points, and you're on your way to move your marker, and they've already moved it for you.
Yeah.
That's what this guy's going to be. He's going to have one of these things, and you're going to
You need
go
your
for your
cards?
card.
I
Got it.
guy.
I
Got
guess
your
it-
cards. I'll be like, buddy.
Yeah.
Like-
It should come with a taser as well.
Yeah. But I think this is. I want to see this. I want to test it on everything.
I agree.
By the way, this is stuff that's not necessarily gaming. If you see weird stuff like this, please send it to me at tom@dicetower.com. And next week, since I won't be in this particular video, send the weirdest stuff you can find. All right. I want this. I won't buy it because it's tech.
It is so expensive. Okay,
but I want it.
This is a proven company, though.
This is making $33 million.
This is one of the biggest Kickstarter projects ever.
It is also $1,700 each. But this is a proven company. It's Eufy. They are all over Amazon for like vacuums.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I recognized that logo.
Yes, this is a proven company. So yes, it's tech, but it's a company who delivers, who you can look at their other products, so you can see the reviews, that kind of stuff.
I'm blinking right now. No.
Oh my gosh. Did you really?
No, I did not. It's not a one-click thing either.
Could you imagine? That's when, like, if Amazon teams up with Kickstarter, it'll be one click back. You know what I mean? Oh, too late, you backed. This is wild. How does it do this?
The 3D texture printing? I really want this, man.
Is it plastic? Does it print plastic?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't look too deep into it.
So it's like a shallow 3D printer.
I do wonder. It says it's UV printing, but then it shows like the little inking. I don't know much about this process.
In July.
But that's because it's
this year?
But that's it's a technology we already have. They're just bringing it.
I could print my own phone cases. I know you're mocking this, but it's kind of cool. Yes.
I'm not mocking it whatsoever. I'm just noticing your slight descent into madness here. You could also like
it's $1,700. I can get 3 Switch 2s if I could find them, which I couldn't.
Did you try to get 3 Switch 2s?
No, I didn't even look because I can't afford it right now.
Can you afford? But here,
no,
hold on now.
I'm doing this for the Dice Tower.
If you buy this, I'll figure out how to use it for you.
What, are you guys worried that I'm going to buy it?
Yes.
No, I'm trying to talk you into it. I said I'll figure out how to use it for you.
I'm trying to talk you out of it. I'm on this shoulder.
Okay,
She's on
take
that
a bathroom
shoulder.
break.
Okay.
Go. You're needed over there.
No, you don't need this.
Joey's behind me like, don't worry, I've already bought 3.
No, I think this is really interesting. I'd have to think about what I would do with it.
Yeah, what is the practical uses of it?
Like, let's say that you're going to do a phone case one time, maybe 2, maybe 3. That's it. You know.
Buy a
do you
phone
think you
case.
could print like
Would be the
custom glasses?
You'd be the
magnets.
Oh, snap.
Give me God.
I got nothing. Go.
Or hats to match your ties.
Custom ties.
Custom ties. Tie clips.
Ties.
I will say you could make the coolest Christmas cards with this. Cards would be a good.
I mean, I think it's like a small business kind of thing, right?
It really does. Like someone at the flea market is going to have this in a couple months.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, well.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to do
Let's
research.
move on. I very rarely get excited about this tech. This looks really amazing. I'd be printing out stuff for the walls like that. That's
right.
You would run out of wall space.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, you put a magnet on back like with the ones we have, so you can switch them out.
I'd have a garage full of pictures that are
You could
not
do that.
on the wall. Then.
You could do that.
Wait, Whisker Wars.
Okay, enough.
Oh my
We're
God.
not sponsored by Whisker Wars.
One more time. I'm sorry.
Sick of Whisker Wars.
Where
However,
am
my
I?
pick of the week. Yeah. No, it's not.
No, we're fine. Go back. All right. Have you ever wanted to carry a TV screen in a bag?
Kinda.
This is interesting.
For camping and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like projecting things.
It's called glamping.
Yeah.
When you're bringing this,
true.
you're not camping.
I guess
Yeah,
that's
you're
true.
glamping.
I do like the idea of it being a small thing and then you extend it. It projects from the back onto basically like a light, like a softbox.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of cool.
I mean, I've done that. I've watched, videos on my iPad, in a hotel room or something like that. And if my son wants to watch, we kind of have to crowd around it. If you could have something like this, you could project up onto. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hotel rooms usually have TVs, by the way. But
well, I know, but I can't necessarily get the stuff
Your
like
neighbor's like, what is going on over there?
but I don't want to use like my stuff to log into a hotel room one. Like I don't want to log into Apple TV on a hotel
That's
TV.
fair. For me, it's more like
you just airplane now, though?
It depends on the hotel and
Maybe,
what they
yeah.
have, yeah.
For me, this is more of a go outside because I have fond memories of seeing like movies on the sides of buildings and stuff from like college. I like that idea. This is obviously just TV sized, but
Yeah.
you don't have to drag a TV outside.
Okay,
You can just take this, set it somewhere, and like have a picnic on the grass and you can watch TV.
As long as it's
have a meal. Have a meal while you're watching TV as was intended by creation.
It's dark enough so that you can see it because it is projection.
That's fair.
So it'd have to be. So at the pool, no, I mean, not in the middle of the day.
I meant not. I didn't think in the middle of the
day.
Like
at night?
At night, like in the pool.
You could. You can't put it in the water, though.
Thanks.
Just checking.
Just making sure. You also know it's going to move, so where it's projecting from has to move with it, right?
I didn't say I was going to float it in the water. I was going to put it on the side of the pool. I was in the pool watching a TV on the side.
Where's the projection for? Why wouldn't you just hang a TV if you're at your own house?
Because this is not his pool. He went to somebody else's
pool. This is you traveling in the middle of the night to the neighbors.
I'm going back to buy that 3D printer.
I'll 3D print my own TV, thank you.
All right. Also, would you like a foldable outdoor ambient light?
Yeah, to light that TV. Fold light.
This feels like a toy more than anything else.
Oh, I do like it on the wall. I think that, what the only thing I've liked about it is that on the wall like that little shape. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But also I can just get LED strips.
Yeah.
Right, and you would probably not move it around, so the fact that it's foldable doesn't matter. Yeah. And this whole idea where they hold this stick up here next to them, you can get any light to do that.
Right, exactly. Your phone can be a flashlight. Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of usability in this.
I think the idea here is to travel with it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the point. So when I see it set up on the walls and sort of permanently installed, you can do that with cheaper lights, more easily. Yeah, the traveling with it is kind of cool. This is okay. I would not go out of my way to acquire this, though.
All right, well, let's take a look at picks of the weeks. We're going to start with Mr. Mike.
Hey there, everybody. It's Mike DeLisio, and this week, my pick of the week is going to be Mimic Mansion. This is a game that is a deck-building game, and while I'm a little bit wary of pure deck builders, this one is one I got a chance to look at Tokyo Game Market. They were kind of showing it off there. Well, obviously wasn't being sold yet. And I really fell in love with the theme and the aesthetic look of the game. It looks like it's a pretty quick and snappy game as well. So that's the one that I've got my eye on this week. I'm very curious to see what everyone else has to pick. So let's go check them out.
I think that was just a polite thing to say. I don't think he cares one whit what we
No,
pick.
he is absolutely not watching right now.
Wait, I didn't. No. Joey just put it on. This is not a pick of the week for anybody, I think. All right. Anyone have a pick of the week?
My pick of the you go ahead.
Me? I'm going to go with the first one we looked at.
Rewild.
Yep. Rewild. I thought this was interesting. It seems I'm a sucker for nature games, right? And I think anytime it's hyper focusing on like a specific area like this, bringing awareness, environmental concerns, I like that. And the production looks really engaging, I think, in this one. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
All right, you?
My pick is going to be one of the last ones we looked at, Nexus.
That is also my pick.
Oh, there you go.
Because it looks so...
you played it. That's why.
I really liked it.
You did not play it with me. You played it with the guy from the company.
You could have come and played.
How?
Yeah, it's true. You weren't invited. But still.
This looks very cool. Absolutely like my kind of thing. So I'm psyched for it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Do you have a pick, Joey? Nope. Is it the card picker upper?
It's a card picker. No, it's that one. Nexus.
The printer?
Nexus.
Are you saying I should buy that printer?
Are you just jumping on board right now?
Okay, Joey said I should buy the printer,
Okay.
guys.
Oh, that's what it took, Joey?
Mm-hmm.
You need
Joey's?
Joey's...
There was now majority in the room. Also, Joey said he'd buy it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. You're taking it out of his next paycheck, right? Hey, you don't need to be paid in August, do you?
What's that? Okay. All right, folks, that's the last live thing today. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the news. And yes, we've seen the news. We'll talk about it tomorrow. And then top 10 welcoming games. So that's coming. Until then, though, buy a ticket to Dice Diaries. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm Camilla.
See you then.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out what's happening where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.